Hey guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and this is my mildly terrifying TBR for this month. So, it is crunch time for me. Jane and June is coming up at the end of June. In theory, I have a lot of books that need to be read, not even taking into account the Jane Austen books. I'm kind of freaking out right now, especially because late spring tends to be my busiest time of the year, and I get a lot less reading done. I have a lot of books in this month's TBR, but honestly, I don't know what's going to be read, and I don't know how I'm physically going to be able to read all of the things that need to be read. Like, I need a time turner, like I can't even tell you. So I'm just gonna get right into it and cringe a little more each time a book is added to the pile because oh my lord. First up, I'm going to finish up The Savage Blue by Zoraida Cordova, which I'm almost done with and quite liking. I just had a guest vlog from Zoraida about the day in the life of a merman, Tristan Hart, and it was awesome, and you should go check it out and leave Zoraida some love. I also need to finish up Nothing Can Possibly Go Wrong by Prudence Shan and Faith Erin Hicks, because the blog tour for that is going on now, and my stuff is coming up really soon. It is a graphic novel though, so it should be a pretty quick read. And then I need to read The Hero's Guide to Storming the Castle because I somehow completely forgot about it last month. My stop on the blog tour for this one isn't until the 22nd, so I do have some time, and it is middle grade, so in theory it should be, you know, pretty quick and fun. I did kind of drag through the first book a little bit, but I think it was partly my mood. However, I am worried about the time crunch this month affecting how I sort of view things and get into things. Hopefully I won't have that problem this time around, but definitely have to get this one read. It comes out this month. Speaking of things I forgot, totally forgot about Jerusalem, which I was supposed to read in March. So yeah, gotta get that one done. Again, it's a graphic novel, so it shouldn't be, you know, as time consuming, but it is thick. And it is sort of a family memoir historical account of some darker things, and that's not necessarily light reading even if it is a graphic novel, so it might take longer than anticipated, but it's already out and I need to get the review up. Fractured by Terry is also already out, and I should have read it by now. I am looking forward to this one because Slated was really engaging and I tore through it, so I'm thinking I'll probably do the same with Fractured, but I just have had it in my head for so long that it was coming out in June for some reason, and so I wasn't really thinking about it and reading it, and now it's like, you know, panic. I should have already read it, so yeah, gotta do that. First Impressions by Alexa Adams, which was in last month's TBR and which I have started reading. I want to say I'm about a third of the way through or so, and it is a quick read. I also have the second book which I need to get done, but I think I'll probably put that in next month's TBR. This is pretty short, so it's not like it's going to take me that long, but it's another couple hundred pages in the madness that is this month. I also have like a million other Jane Austen books that need to be read for Jane and June, and that's without having done any emailing to authors about being involved, so I don't know what is going to happen next month, and I don't even know. In theory, I should probably read Wednesdays in the Tower by Jessica Day George, because I was just asked to be part of the blog tour for this. Now, technically this isn't for review, I just won a copy, and I could put it off. And even if I take part in the blog tour, I still may put it off. It is middle grade and it's thin, and I'm sure it will be a very quick read. But it has to just by default be lower priority because I have other things that I have to read, and some of them are very thick. But I do want to read it. I just don't know whether it will happen this month, even though it should. Also, in theory, I should probably read Boy Nobody by Alan Zadoff and A Matter of Days by Amber Kaiser this month, because they both come out at the beginning of June, and if I wait until June, they probably won't get read because I'm going to have all of my Jane Austen stuff to read, so they should be read this month. I just don't know that it's physically possible. Speaking of not physically possible, I'm putting A Corner of White by Jacqueline Moriarty on hold for the time being. It's not that I don't like it, but it is slow going for me at the moment, and I can't afford to get stalled in this book for half of the month because I'll never get everything else done. So it's gonna have to wait, and the video review of it is gonna have to wait unfortunately, and I'm sorry for all of you that voted for it. It will happen and I will get it read, but there's a whole big stack of things that have to come first, so it has to be on pause. There is also a chance that I may be reading Beauty and Thorn Abbey by Nancy Olin, but they haven't got here yet. I am a part of the blog tour for Thorn Abbey, and will be doing something for Beauty around the middle of the month, and would have preferred to already be reading them by now, but they're not here yet. I don't know that they're going to get here in time, so it may be an issue of me doing the blog tour stuff and just mentioning that I'll be reviewing it at some point in the future, because I no have, so I can't reads. On the non-existent chance that I get all of that done, or just decide that I'm going to prioritize some Jane stuff first, that way I'm able to actually make Jane and June a thing, I will be pulling some books from the Jane Austen shelf, which is that madness in there, and Lord only knows what I'll be pulling out of there. But somewhere in there are a couple of books that are for review and will have to be read before Jane and June starts. So either at the end of this month or very beginning of next, gotta happen. So I think you can see why I'm a little bit frantic right now, trying to calculate how many all-nighters I'm going to be pulling. Just don't know how it's all going to happen. It's all of that plus whatever book you guys vote for in this month's Stack of 5 video, and I'm hoping that you guys will be nice to me and give me one that I'm eager for, because otherwise I might get stalled in the book, and if that happens it will probably be a very negative review. Because when I'm short on time and get stalled in a book, I lose my patience a lot quicker. But that is my TBR mountain. I won't be reading all of that this month by any means, unless somehow, you know, win the Mega Millions and I'm able to quit my job and invest in, you know, like Adderall or something and just like read nonstop all day long. But definitely let me know in the comments what you guys think of the books, which ones you would prioritize, which ones you're really excited for, and what you do when you're in these crazy time crunches and suddenly find yourself with a lot more than you had anticipated. I know I'm not the only one that bites off more than they can chew. Just come commiserate with me. I can't really fault it. I mean, it is reading, it's still going to be enjoyable. But the panic is setting in, especially after March and April, which were not the best reading months. If I'm bald by the next video, it's because I pulled my hair out in just like panic. Or I went crazy and pulled a Brittany. Okay, that is all for this video. Until next time, happy reading!